Hey, what's going on, everybody? Your boy JC in the house. Got a special guest with me tonight, uh, Keisha Wade. And what we're basically going to talk about is women need protection. So, everybody gather around your boy JC. Second video of the day. So, everybody gather around your boy JC in the house. So, tonight, Keisha Wade, what's going on? Everybody gather around. Women do need protection. Hey, Keisha, how you?
Hey Jay, I'm good. How are you tonight?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Just tell everybody,
Amen.
just tell everybody about yourself, what you're trying to do, what your purpose is,
Okay. Hello everyone. I am Keisha and I'm Coach Keisha. I am a internationally certified life coach, relationship coach, and leadership coach. My niche is life coaching for men. So I love taking care of men as far as their self-care, accountability, and etc.
Okay. Okay. So the topic of tonight we're going to talk about is women need protection. So when you hear about women need protection, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The first thing coming to my mind is number one, if you want to look at it both ways, biblically or just in general. Okay, so in general, what does protection mean? Protect, guard, um, a person that prevents someone or something from suffering harm or injury, being injured. Biblically, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, um, prayer covering. But tonight I want to talk a little bit about um, a post that really, really moved me. And this is the reason why I wanted Jonathan to help me with this, because I saw a post where a young man stated that if a woman shouldn't wear the clothes that she wear and she wouldn't get raped. And Jonathan kind of brought in mind about the young lady, and this is what he was talking about. The rape that happened in the club where the men surrounded the young lady and taped it as she was being raped in the club. So I wanted to talk about that tonight.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my first thoughts about it is, I mean, as men, we have to continue to protect black women, women in general, and it doesn't matter what she's wearing, it doesn't matter the time of the day. She should be protected at all times. And we
Mhm.
can't keep calling us the head, the leaders, and we don't want to provide any kind of security, any kind of protection for our women, especially our black women. You know,
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
a lot of men feel like, damn, if she's not my wife, she isn't my mother, she isn't my sister, then she doesn't need protection. But at the end of the
Mhm.
day, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's wife, that's somebody's aunt or even grandmother, and we have to look at it in that retrospect and make sure that we protect everybody at all times. So everybody gather around. What's going on? Dana, Chanel, Liz, Dina, Melissa, what's going on, everybody? Everybody gather around. But yeah, though, like, just wanted to say that, it's on our watch that our women are being protected and they're not being covered. And that's on our
Mhm.
responsibility. You know,
Mhm.
guys just be so nonchalant about the situation. But, you
Mhm.
know, really have the kind of compassion it is for women. But a lot of times, women, they have a lot of compassion towards us,
Right.
especially when one of our young men gets shot down by police. You know, they're always
Mhm.
there trying to march. But at the end of the day, we don't have that same kind of respect to reciprocate towards the ladies. Because a lot of women are
Mhm.
dealing with incest, been raped by family members, brothers, and dads. So we just have to do a better job with calling BS out and quit trying to sweep everything beneath the rug. Quit trying to have all the locker room talk as men. So yeah, what was you
Ex-
gonna say?
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that, because Um, the the content around it all is what does it look like when a man protect? What does it mean for a man to protect us? And I just want to kind of bring this in as far as you saying the incest, the rape. I dealt with a lot of things in my childhood. And for someone to get on social media and make a post in that type of manner, to me, is a coward. That individual needs some growing up to do. Because when you look at it as rape and incest and the things that has happened that's broken people in the past, you just think about that. Someone make that type of to say that on social media, that just got me. And I've been through when someone has violated me. And I feel that the way someone dresses, this is a free country. We have freedom. And you should be respected on how you dress. Just because a young lady now I'm not saying that it's nice for her to go out and look that way, because some men, especially godly men, may not look at her as a wife. Maybe it depends. Everybody's mindset is different. But for someone to say she dressed that way and that she dressed the way she dressed and she deserved to be raped, or someone that dressed the way they dressed deserved to be raped, no. And those guys that were in that club should have protected that young lady. Even if they did not want to get in and scared the guy had a weapon, someone should have went and called the authorities. Period. So how do you feel about that, Jonathan, where, you've seen this, and hello, everyone, and see a young man say this about a woman, that just because she dressed the way she dressed, she deserved to get raped. She shouldn't go out looking like that, and she wouldn't get raped.
I mean, I just think that it's pure nonsense. I feel like women should be safe and secure wherever dynamic they're into, whether it's a club, grocery store, whether it's a barbershop, nail salon. It doesn't really matter. They need to have some kind of protection, some kind of security, some kind of safe haven. Just like we would want our daughters, our sisters, our mothers to have. We got to have the same kind of appreciation for someone else's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Raymond said, I'm in agreement with you. Yes, because for, and we think about it. We all men have mothers. Okay, all men has mothers. Um, and even with themselves. What if we turned it around? What if men dress a certain type of way and a woman rape him? What would his mindset be at that time? So you should be judged on what you wear. So you have the right to rape, because I did have that when I was violated. Um, Someone asked me what did I have on, and that's why that post really took me there, because they asked what did I have on, and if you had on a certain type of clothing, this is probably why he felt he can do what he wanted to do. But that's nonsense. So what does protection look like?
I mean,
Even though you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, my thing is, it's just conversations. A lot of times, a lot of guys, we have locker room talks. We have, as far as powwow, as far as men to men talk, but, it shouldn't be anything to disrupt a woman and, take advantage of her consciousness. That's any time you on a date, intimate partners, when you're inviting women over to your house, you have to make sure that she feels safe, secure at all time, and that you don't
Mm-hmm.
put your hands on her, you know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, and we may can go and move forward with some more information about this, but I would say to anyone who's watching out there, um, if you are a victim of molestation or abuse or rape, please do not hold back and speak on it. Don't hold that in, and don't allow someone to tell you because the way you dress that you deserve to be violated. That is nonsense. And for a young man to get on social media and post something in that manner to say that, oh, you deserve to get raped because y'all ought to stop going around wearing those little tight shorts or those tight pants or your behind out. God did not put man on this earth to violate a woman. He put a man on earth to protect us mentally, physically, and emotionally, not violate our bodies. Someone said it doesn't matter how women dress. It still doesn't mean they are inviting rape. That's the animalistic behavior of sick, twisted men. Yes, Melissa, because I've had the young man that violated me say that he loves to inflict pain on a woman. And to me, that's deeply rooted somewhere in the inside. Either he saw his mother put up with abuse, or it was something deep inside of him that he saw his father do. But it's something deeply rooted for a man to feel that he should be able to violate a woman because the way she dresses, or even inflict pain upon her. There's something there. It's something there.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, it's a lot of self control, self discipline, and just knowing the right things to do. I think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
guys think keep things with the head between our legs instead of ones on our shoulders, and we're not thinking when we're reacting to women. And we got to make sure that we do a better job with protecting ourselves, have self control, self discipline, and control our lust and control ourselves because that has no idea for a woman to feel violated anywhere she goes. It doesn't matter what she's wearing. We need to have a now on my watch type of mentality. Like she's not going to be raped, she's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be disrespected or abused on my watch, and she should feel
Mm-hmm.
safe within a black man's company. She should feel safe within anyone's presence and know that she's going to be protected, especially by her black brothers. What's going on, Marvin? How
Right.
you doing? You know, she should feel safe
Mm-hmm.
and secure. And the false thing what a lot of men have done, we have failed women as far as providing that type of security towards women to feel safe and
Mm-hmm.
comfortable. You know, there's no compassion, no love towards women. A lot of women aren't even looked at as human these days. They're just looked at as just sex objects. That's it, no more, no less. And it's just sad that our mindset aren't even maturing. You know.
Right. And I'm I'm just trying to think of it in broadly on how a man should protect a woman mentally, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Um, I don't know if we want to go there as far as, to me, when you're in that dating for discovery stage, this is when you gotta also test the waters to actually see if this man has the actual mentality of knowing what protection means. What does protection mean to you? Because that's what a man's supposed to do. He's supposed to protect us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right about
we
that, but the hard thing about that is that a lot of men have never seen that. We hear where they're supposed to protect, provide, but we haven't really seen that example. So it's hard for men to actually know what that is and how to react when they've never really been tested. Because you got to be tested.
Mhm.
You got to be in
Right.
situations where it's happening, where it's going on, and you know what to do. But a lot of times you don't know what's going on. You don't know how to protect a woman. You know.
I'm so glad you said that, Jay, because in this in this lifetime, you have men that say, "Oh, I don't want a life coach. Oh, I don't want to see a therapist. Oh, I don't need to read a book. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm macho. I may not know what protection is, but I'm not about to go out here and see what protection is. What does it mean? Maybe I just Google it." No, this is why. You, you know, if you haven't experienced it and you haven't had that male figure, or you have a mentor that's gonna teach that or educate you on it, get you I'm not trying to sell myself here, Jay, but get you a life coach. Get a mentor, a
I ain't
pastor,
trying
someone to
to.
show,
I ain't trying to
because
hear all
in
that.
in order for in order for you to get educated on it, Jay, you gotta seek the resources. God gives us resources. First him. But he put people here for you to get that information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, even if he don't know what protection means, find out. Get your Bible out. Talk to a mentor. Get you a life coach. Some men don't want to hear that. Okay, let's read some comments here. Melissa said, "Wow, I'm sorry that happened to you. You're absolutely right. It's psychological issues and acts of Satan that lead them to believe they can hurt women in any way." Melissa, and thank you so much. And it hurt me to my soul because this man basically seemed like he took my soul from me when that happened. And yes, he had psychological issues, and he was a narcissist. Angela said, "Thank you for bringing a woman on. Thank you for having me."
Oh no, you're
True.
welcome. You know what I'm saying? Anybody when y'all want to join me, y'all can. That's cool. But Asia
Ooh,
said, I
Asian
think
room.
he said, I think we're also
Mm-hmm.
failing men by not correcting them, teaching them to stop. Every time a man does something, we never want to say anything to him. We just place them solely blaming the woman. And now we have a community of men who feel like they can do whatever without no consequences behind it. Yeah, you're right about that. You know, it's the boys will be boys mentality. Men are gonna do men. We're gonna be men. We're gonna say and do what we want to do, and no repercussions are gonna happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a lot of time.
And go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just saying a lot of time we don't really see the aftermath. We just feel like, we're men. We're not gonna get any help. A lot of people out there trying to help our young men out and men as well. But it's like we have our own pride and ego that puts that aside that, damn, I don't need any help. We're not going to humble ourselves to get the help. Because there are sessions out here that men are teaching men. It's just it's not publicized, but there are seminars that's going on. But a lot of times we don't want to listen to it. We think we know everything, but we really don't.
Right. And the young lady said the lighting was bad. Can you all see me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm so glad you said that, Jay, and I'm so glad the young lady said Asia stated that. Asia. I'm glad that you mentioned that because this is why I was called. And a lot of people it don't resonate, and some people think that it's a joke, but I was called to men. I am a life coach for men. And God anointed me for this. And we fail men, you're right, by not telling them. And let me say this, I hold men accountable, whether they like it or not. Because even though the young man that violated me did what he did, I still held him accountable. And I told him who he was. And I pointed it out. Now that's how I know that that's God in me. Because in Christ, because I held him accountable. I told him what he was. I told him he was a narcissist. I told him do you know the difference between raping someone and someone truly wants you to actually have, intercourse with them? Do you know the difference between violating and raping someone? There's a difference. And believe it or not, even guys that decide they don't want to no longer talk to me, before I let them go, I tell them who they are before I get them out of my life. I tell them who they are. I tell them, let me tell you, before you decide not to talk to me anymore, I know you don't want to talk to me anymore, but let me tell you about yourself. And I do it in a nice way. So I do hold men accountable. And I can tell you right now, I may get a handful of men that do come to me and admit to me that they have problems. Now, when they start coaching with me, when they have coaching sessions, and I put that mirror in their face, they wake up. But it's a handful that actually tells me I have a problem. Okay, can't see. Okay, yes, I'm sorry that happened. Thank you, Asia. That's right, Melissa. Get the Bible out. Get it out. I tell you right now. Start in Genesis. Start with Genesis. see a lot, but see, Jay, a lot of men don't want to get that Bible out. I'm serious. They don't want to take the time. I bet you we gave a man a nude magazine with a bunch of women with some bikinis on. I bet you they'll read it. Soon as you give them that Bible, I don't know what that. And some say, I don't know what that means. Well, get you a study Bible, or start with a children's Bible. Get you a mentor.
They're not trying to hear all that. Unless the book has pictures and captions with it, they're not trying to open up no Bible and read
see
stuff.
what I'm saying? And guess what, Jay? And that's why they having the process of what they're having going through right now. Because they're not taking the time to be. Because once they read about Adam and Eve, and they know I tell you, this is why I have conferences and I teach men. Y'all don't know how powerful you are. When you read Genesis, when you read what God gave to Adam, y'all will be like, oh my God. I didn't know I was this important. Men are so important. Y'all don't know how powerful you are. When you read it, you'll be like, oh my God. Oh my God. Why do you think that he said the women are the weaker vessels? Because she bit that apple.
Yeah.
So guess what? We were equal at first, right? We were equal until she bit that apple. And then God said, you know what? I'm going to give Adam authority over you.
Yeah, but he was given responsibility though before he got a woman though. You know,
there you go. There you go.
Before he got a woman, so you can't handle your own stuff.
Yes.
What makes you think you can handle a woman?
There you go. Don't even get in a relationship. Don't even go out on a date. Don't do any of that if you don't know what being a man is. Don't even do it if you don't know responsibility. Don't even waste her time. Don't waste her time.
Like I said, the dating pool these days is like women ain't really getting much. You know, you're getting false dreams, false hope, and what behind. That's all you really getting. You're not getting the full package. You're not even getting half the package. So
no. And this is why I do goals. I do a goal setting plan for men. Like, you have to set goals for yourself. If you don't know how to take care, I had one guy reach out to me about a relationship. And I told him, I said, you have two choices. One, do you want to work on this relationship? Or two, or number one, period, do you want to work on yourself? Because, and I asked him, do you feel like you're whole? Do you feel that you're equipped to take another individual in? Because if you can't handle yourself single, how are you going to add an addition plural? How you going to handle that?
Yeah, but the problem
Self-care.
is men are not teaching men that. It's either raising men to be whoremongers, pimps, womanizers and stuff. We're not teaching the men to wait, sir. Make sure you're straight. Make sure you have your stuff together before you go out there and pursue a woman. We're not teaching men that. You know that.
No. No, they not. But see, but this is the thing, Jay. We can no longer blame that on society. We can no longer blame that on fathers. We can no longer blame that on mothers. If you don't have a mom or a dad that taught you that, now you got to be a man of your own and say, you know what, I'm about to go out here and learn. Because if you keep playing the victim, you will never be a victor, and you have Victor written all over your face and inside of you. You see what I'm saying? So you have to get up and find the answer.
Yeah.
You
Well,
do.
dudes ain't trying to hear all that. Dudes
No,
like,
but
well, look, son,
they'll
look,
never
son.
have. Right, right. But guess what? Well, how much? But guess what? If you measure those men right there against the men that actually does do that, guess how much success that you see though? They're gonna have what, a lot of financial problems. They're gonna wonder why all the women don't stick around, or they end up getting a woman worse than Jezebel. And then they wondering, oh my God, well, honey, you don't even have the proper covering over you. You don't even know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
men don't know
saying.
nothing about protection, covering a woman, being her security. Men don't know all that. I
Come to me,
mean,
I'll show you.
they don't know about all that, and then I don't think they're gonna trust a woman because a lot of men feel like women can't teach a men how to be men. So, and then when the brothers call each other brothers out, they want to call you a simp. You a simp. You trying to pander women. So who's gonna teach the men? If a
Guess
man
what?
can't go for a woman, and a man can't have the
Mm-hmm.
man and man talk, who's gonna talk to the men? Like, you look, bro, get on your
Mm-hmm.
shit, stuff. Look,
Right.
bro, leave
Mm-hmm.
that woman. Quit playing games. Marry that woman.
Right.
Ain't nobody telling guys that.
No, no. But guess what? They're looking at the woman. She don't know what she's talking about. But guess what? We the incubator, and we are part of you. So yes, we do
Exactly.
know. We may
Exactly.
not have. We may not. You know.
Whatever we deposit into you is what you're gonna reproduce. So we
Right.
sow bad seeds, that's what we're gonna reproduce. We sow good
There you
seeds,
go.
that's what we're gonna do.
There you go. Yeah, Antonio, worse than Jezebel. I'm telling you. People don't think that the Jezebel spirit exists. Tell them to read about the Jezebel spirit. And I guaranteed you, they wondering why their days are dark. You know, until they wake up and stay and get woke and not stay asleep, and until they woke, Jay, they're gonna always have these things going on. You know, and Dre
Yeah,
said good points, JC.
I appreciate it, Dre. But not like I said, they just like Neo in the Matrix. They still sleep. They still in the little caption. They still sleep. They still not woken up. So till they wake up, this will want to be their reality.
But you know what? This is the time. I'm telling you, this is the time now that we got to stop making excuses. This is the time right now to stop saying what a man doesn't do, won't do. It's time to make a stand for yourself. I don't care who teach you. If she is a woman that can lead you to a man that can help you, let her. Don't go don't go thinking because a woman trying to help you does not mean that she don't know. No, she may not know everything. She may not have the genitals. She may not have that. But guess what? She's still a part of you. She birthed you. So it's the same thing as a mother telling a child's advice. It's just that I don't know. I just feel like they need to take that excuse out of it, Jay. It's time for the excuses to be put to bed. Need to be put to rest. It doesn't matter who teach you because God anoints whoever He wants to anoint to help you, whether it's a man or a woman. And how you gonna take directions from some men when most men don't even know either? So it's just the blind leading the freaking blind.
Pretty much.
The blind leading the blind. Both of y'all, where y'all going? You gonna both lead yourselves to a death trap. And God may gave that woman vision to take you where you need to be and drop you off so God can pick up. So, I mean, we got to get out of this excuse. We got to take the excuses out. Either you want to be a man, if you don't, just don't. just don't. Don't. If that's something, just don't. Just leave it alone. But guess what? Leave a good woman out of it. You take yourself and you go by yourself. I'm just saying, Jay, don't even bring a woman in your life. That's where protection comes in, Jay. That's where protection comes in. Protection. That man can't protect that woman. He can't protect her mentally, physically, nothing. He can't. Come on now. We talking about protection, Jay.
Yeah, protection. Yeah, like I said, we don't really know what that is. I don't know what it looks like. I said nobody's teaching the men. It'd be nice. Be like, this is how you cover a woman. This is how you protect her. This is how you vibe for her. But no, men don't know all that, and their ego is too big to go out there and try to get help. So like you were saying, the blind leading the blind. A lot of men really don't know. Well, we want to
Right.
keep talking about we the head, we the kings, and we the rulers, but it's like we're not doing anything. Look at our women. Look at as far as our community, it's in disarray because of our failed leadership. What's
Right.
going on, Terrence? What's good, brother? How you doing,
You
Terrence?
want? Let's read some of the comments here.
Okay.
Uh. Yes, lying is much better. I see you. Okay, Drea. Duty. Oh, thank you. You're a queen. You are a queen. Thank you so much. Ada say somebody needs to hold them accountable because every time they do something wrong, we blame everybody but them. And that's true. And that is true. Someone needs to hold them accountable. And that's the thing, Asia. That's the reason why some men don't come to me, because they know that I'm about to hold them accountable. Narcissists are the flipping worst creatures to walk the earth. They are dangerous and devious. Yes, Melissa, they will steal your soul. They will suck life out of you. They're energy suckers, and they are vampires. They're like vampires. They suck the life out of you. Thank you for holding them accountable. You're welcome. Just tune in. What's the topic about? Antonio was asking what the topic is about. If you want to go ahead and tell him just a little bit about what's going on, Jay.
Oh no, we're just talking about women needing protection. Keisha referenced a video that she's seen about woman being told because of the way she's dressed, she deserved to get raped and stuff, which is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta protect our women better. A just said men hate me because I believe in male accountability. Yeah. You're pretty strong on that, Asia. You're pretty strong on that, sis. You got to get on the men. Be accountable. But men aren't trying to hear all that. Men aren't trying to hold other men accountable. So, and like I said, it's a blind leading the blind.
Mm-hmm. And Aisha said, "What do you do? What you do is amazing. You definitely have to be anointed to go back and do the work God has called you to. Continue to be blessed. I experienced this as a child and at the hands of the family member, and it had kept me bound for years. But God, yes, Aisha. And if you need me, I also coach women. If you need me, girl, let me know, honey. Because let me tell you something. You have to have this type of anointing to even deal with these type of things. Because if you don't have that oil on your life, you'll be lost and you won't be able to lead anyone." Melissa said, "Laugh out loud, Jay, now, but all of our strength and answers are in the Bible." Yes, it is.
Pretty much. Just like Keisha was saying, because they don't have any kind of specific photos, most men are not going to open it up. So good luck. Good luck with that one.
Yeah. And that's the thing. What they gonna do when a godly woman won't want to be in their life? Because if they don't know the Bible, at least how are they gonna lead her? How are they gonna protect her? Where they gonna get those answers from? because it's not gonna come and gonna be on a banner or this big blue light gonna show up and go voila. Oh, light, show me the answers. Boom. This ain't magic, baby. This is life. This is reality. If you think that, you need to you know. Um, good evening and all. Okay, we see it, bro, but it's a lot that doesn't want to come to grips with it. So this is the result. And this is my thing. I want to say this. If another man see another man doing something out of content or that shouldn't be doing, he needs to check that man. That's another thing. Some men don't check other men. And if he's the type of man that can't be checked, why you want him around you?
Yeah, right.
Because you know what I'm saying? You a man yourself. And you see like this club thing where these men are sitting there laughing and taking it as a joke. This man raping this woman and they sitting there laughing. I bet you they want to laugh if something happened to her in the midst of that and that man had killed her. Don't you know all of them would have went to jail for murder? Because they sit there and watch that mess, take that mess, and then do anything about it. But you're always saying black men getting hurt out here in these streets. They getting hurt out here in these streets because y'all sitting there and play around with them instead of telling them, man, hey, man, you wrong. They sitting there laughing and playing and kicking and cackling with them. Men got to hold other men accountable as well. And you should be able to take that constructive criticism and not be so prideful about it.
Yeah, you're right about that. What's going on, Willie? What's good, brother? What's going on, Michelle, Jonah? What's going on, everybody? Yeah, you're right about that. Men need to hold the man accountable. When you see something wrong, you gotta check your brother. Like, look, you could have handled the situation better. Look, you was in the wrong. Look, man, not on my watch. But once again, men are not going to sit there and check another men because it's a part of a bro code or some kind of cult that we have as far as brotherhood that we don't really call out other people's nonsense.
Right. So basically, people are looking the other way instead of. So I bet would they stop and look the other way if this the same man that'll start dating their sister or cousin, and this person go out and treat them like trash, and then what? They gonna want to correct them then because it's another woman they don't want to. It's a part of the code. Antonio said, but to play devil's advocate, it's a lot of women who put themselves in a man's position, so that mentality has to change from them. I'm just saying. What you say about that, Jay?
You said what now?
About him seeing? Do you see Antonio's comment? He said, but to play devil's advocate. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he said we see it, bro, but it's a lot that doesn't want to come to grips, which is this is the result. But you see it, you have to call another brother out. Quit trying to sweep everything beneath the rug. Like, it's not cool. That's not what brothers need to be doing. We need to call it out because, like he's just saying, that could be your sister, that could be your mother, and everybody in our spectrum should be feel protected, should be feel loved and protected. It doesn't matter what the situation is. Or daughter, yeah.
And Brenda says a man doesn't have to look far to learn how to protect a woman. Most just need to listen to their woman. Yes, Brenda, and they need to pay attention to her to know what her needs are.
Pay attention. That's something different.
Yeah,
What? Pay attention. What? I don't know what pay attention. I don't know how to pay attention. We tend to do a poor job doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just be talking, and dudes like, okay, cool, I got you. Uh-huh. All right. What's the score of the game? All right, cool. Get out of the way. Let me watch. Let me finish the game real quick. I ain't trying to hear what you got to say.
And you know what? And this.
But as soon as she wants sex, he all glued to you though. He all focused. But other than that, he ain't trying to listen to you.
Right. And guess what? And if he that type of man, Jay, guess what? That's up to that woman to pack her bags, pack her stuff, and say, baby, you just not the one for me. and go out, get on out the way, boo. Because you can't make a man be a man. You can give so much. You can lead a horse to water. If he drink it, that's him. If the horse don't drink the water, guess what? Oh well. I led you to the water because you were thirsty. You didn't want it. So I'm walking away. But the water's still there. You gonna drink it or not? I don't care. I'm walking away. But Antonio said no means no, point blank. No questioning it. If she's not feeling you, I don't care what she's wearing. If the woman isn't with it, don't even press it. Leave it alone. And that's the thing. That's what happened to me. You can tell this man that you don't want this. And you told them this in the beginning. But yet, they still was manipulative and took it anyway. But what people don't understand, the mindset after being violated or raped, the woman blames herself. She blames herself, and she started, because that's what happened to me. I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I did want it. Then I had those so-called friends that I went to and told them about it. The first thing she or he said was, well, you know what, Keisha, you did like him a lot, though. You did like him. You was a little lusty after him. I don't care if I was lusting after this man and I thought he looked good. That didn't make that man, it gave him the right to violate me either.
No means no.
No means no. If you even say what I try to get men to see, even a woman, because women rape too, I've seen it. Because I deal with men that's been rape victims. Men do get raped, you all. So if that woman tell you in the beginning that she didn't want to have sex and she just want to cuddle, and you can't, and you have lack of self-control, don't even go with that woman in a place where you can't control yourself. That means you have lack of self-control and you don't have the mentality to deal with a woman. Because when she tell you in the beginning she don't want to have sex, why are you trying to manipulate her or coax her to make her believe that she does want to have sex with you? Why? And then even if she tell you in the midst, even if she started with you and she say, you know what, I think this is not what we should be doing. I think we need to stop. No means no. Stop. Any type of pause for a woman. Don't do it. That's rape. You violated her. Then even when you do have the sex, she'll rather stay in the midst of having sex with you, even though it's rape. She don't want to hurt your feelings, or she don't know where your mindset at if she do tell you no or fight you. Because I was told that this type of person was violent. So if this person is violent, guess what my thought process going, Jay? I'm not finna fight this man off me because he may hit me or beat me. He may kill me. So I got to stay calm in this situation. So I have no choice but to play like I'm participating.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, no means no. No means no. And at any point if she says no, stop it. And that's it. You put your clothes on, you exit. You don't need to continue because you don't want to be accused. You don't want nothing on your record. Just make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you put yourself out of harm's way. You know. But also we gotta talk about men being falsely accused of rape. That as well. That does go on as well too.
Yes. Now, the ones that's falsely accused of rape, and I'm glad you mentioned that. I have had that happen before, where a young man did come to me and was just devastated because a woman did accuse him of rape, and he was accused of rape because he didn't want her anymore. He didn't want it anymore, so she decided to say he raped her. Now, when you are falsely accused of rape, that's a whole different ball game. That's another hat that you got to turn over, because it's so hard to, I don't know, it depends on the state and the county. You have to prove so much for rape. But you just think about it, Jay. Think about Bill Cosby. Let's go to Bill Cosby. And and Chris Brown. Okay, like look at Bill Cosby. I still believe that the allegations toward that man were dumb. This woman says, and I'm not talking against her because I wasn't there. If this woman say he gave me this little pill to take, why are you taking a pill, an unknown pill from a man if you don't know what it is? So how did he rape you? You took the pill. Yes, he was wrong for taking advantage possibly, but why would you take the pill? You don't know what that was. If you didn't say my head was hurting, I need a Tylenol or an aspirin or something, why are you taking it? Chris Brown, they just alleged that he raped a female. All right. Now he's suing her for defamation of character. So, yes, those men that this is why men have to be particular too, Jay. Y'all have to be careful too who y'all deal with. This is why it's so important to go out at least 5 times with this woman to see what her mentality is. You have to get to know people.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in that situation where someone can accuse you of rape. Because trust me, there are red flags if she's a nutbag. Trust me. And I hate to say
Yeah.
it that way, but I'm real. I'm real, y'all. You can tell if someone don't have the mentality. They're off. They're a little off. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you talk, Jay.
Oh no, I mean, I'm just saying, as far as for the red flags, men, we do see it, but we're still thinking about the head between our legs as opposed to the one on our shoulders. That's our biggest downfall. Yeah, we see the red flags, but we see her physical, we see her breasts behind, we see all that, and we just lusting after it, and a lot of us, we just take it, and that's what we gotta do a better job for, is having discipline, and really evaluating these women outside of just sexually. That's why you date. That's why you feel like dating. It's not just for women, but for men
Mm-hmm.
too, to get to know who you're dealing with.
Right. Yes. And this is why I like to have retreats and seminars and master classes on this type of thing, because we need to bring more enlightenment. We need to bring more to individuals in education with this, and be able to, I even have a package called the venting session where people can get all of this stuff out. I was watching this morning about this serial killer, that when he admitted he was having these type of feelings since he was 7 years old, and as he got in his adulthood, he just let loose, and he was raping women and killing them. You know, we even have to start with our children. We need to start in the beginning. If you start seeing your children, your young men, having these type of thoughts, don't ignore it. Get those kids some help. You have so many people saying, "Oh, I don't want to take them to no counselor. They don't need no counselor." Back in our day, counseling was like a weakness or something. People thought that if you go to a counselor, you declare a crazy person. No, these people were put here to help. Get the help, get it, and get the education, because then you walking around don't know, not filled up with the resources or information, and then you get accused of rape, you get accused of things. Drea said, "You guys are doing awesome work. Thank you." Oh, you are very welcome,
Oh, you're
Jay.
welcome. Good.
Yeah, that's when you and this is a good thing that I feel Jay is doing. Bringing a woman on, and me and him going. And this is what you call unity, y'all. You need people like this that's uniting to help people and
Mm-hmm.
not tear people down. and not sit here and battle each other. This is not about a battle. This is about togetherness. This is
Yeah.
about bringing each other together to make a difference. You don't see many men and women doing this type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They all want to, it's like a battle. It's not a battle. We're here to help save lives. We're here, we're here to take people to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what a woman and a man's supposed to do. Period.
Yeah, teamwork, teamwork.
That's it. Teamwork, togetherness. Healing
But
and
yeah,
deliverance matters, counseling matters. Yep, it does, Yashana, it does. Okay, Jay, go ahead.
no, I would just say counseling. Especially start at the youth. Start mentoring these young boys. Like, look, you don't put your hands on a woman. I don't care what you're
Mm-hmm.
seeing in the social media climates. You don't put your hand on her. You don't touch her any kind of way. You don't feel on her any type of way. You have to have self-respect and self-discipline towards your own self and her. You know, that's not cool to touch her inappropriately. That's not cool to pull on her skirt or smack her on the butt. You don't want to do all that. Teach them
Right,
young. They can raise to be men that's out here protecting and not hunting and trying to destroy our women.
right. And that's the thing. So many individuals don't want to mentor you, Jay. They want to they want to live this fast life, or they want to do things that doesn't matter. You know, everybody is out talking about, we out about, you know, a lot of people say, oh, we about this money, and we, you know, we go to work every day. Yes, but you're brought here on, God made you to make a difference in someone's life. You're a servant, and mentoring other young men and helping them learn what values are, and even valuing themselves. It starts with you. You mentor those young men to take care of them. Because if you cannot take care of you and get a better understanding of life and what your values are, you shouldn't be having anybody else, even friendship. You shouldn't even have a friend if you can't even take care of yourself. Because what people don't understand, togetherness is togetherness. Whether you're a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, or wife, you adding someone else into your world, your circle.
Yeah,
Protection is both ways.
yeah. Like I
And
said, it
Brenda,
just be. Oh no, go on.
now go ahead, Jay. You can go ahead. I'm just saying what
Oh
Brenda
no, I
said.
would I would just say as far as just pursuing a woman, you want to make sure you have your responsibility down, make sure you're working, make sure you can provide for yourself before you add another woman to your life. A lot of times we'll
Mm-hmm.
add another woman and we're still developing ourselves and we're still
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure it out, and we end up breaking her in the process, because we're not
Mm-hmm.
where we need to be at, to be a good example for her, to lead her, to protect her, provide for her. We don't know how to do that for our own selves. Why are we entertaining a woman? That's what the conversation needs to be about. Instead of just having locker room talk about, oh, how many women you smashed and how many women you're gonna get with, and that's kind of reductive. That's not productive type of feedback kind of conversations that's gonna push our women and men together. I mean,
Right.
I feel like it's on us. It's on our shoulders as men to lead and to take charge as far as being leaders. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
it's all about setting an example. And someone sees that the next generation can rank up and withdraw from. You know, we got to think more than just our lifetime right here. We got to think about 20, 30, 40, 50 years after our death day. Like, what are we
Mm-hmm.
setting an example for? That's why I'm so big on men protecting their seed, their legacy. That men actually would stop sleeping around, have all these children, and not following them. Actually understood the power of the last name. And,
Mm-hmm.
they could be, we could be doing a lot more work, a lot more understanding. They understood the power of the last name and what they're trying to leave behind. Because everything we see is temporarily, but what are you going to be remembered for 20, 30, 40 years from now? That's the real question. What are your great grandkids gonna remember about you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
what you do. When it's all set in stone, what they're gonna say on your obituary. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, that's the goal for me. And like when it's time my time's up, I want people to be like, yeah, he was a good man. He did this, he did that. You know, and he always strived for greatness. So that's what I want. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
want to keep behind. You know.
Yes. And I'm glad you feel that way. And it's good that you sharing that too for other men to see that, and young men, older men, period. And like
Yeah.
you said, you're the leaders and leading. And I'm not talking about me and y'all leading a woman to a bedroom either.
Yeah.
Everybody think leading means leading to a bedroom. Baby, it's more
No.
than leading somebody to the bedroom. And then you get on here and you're leading these women, unwedded women. I'm so glad you said that, Jada. Just brought up a good point in my mind here. Holy Spirit downloaded this. You always want to flash the woman getting a woman pregnant, and y'all not even wedded, unwedded. Stop broadcasting having children out of wedlock. Like that's another thing that bothers me. We are so big on promoting having children with the woman you're not even married to.
Hmm.
The baby has come along. You say you're a great father. That's it. You don't have to post and try to make people or convince people you're a good father. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
Or a good mother. Stop promoting women that's having babies without you. Stop promoting it. If you're gonna promote it, promote that you're a good father, and that's it. When you show, I had a guy that I used to mentor, and I used to tell him all the time. He always posting pictures of his children, and I say I don't have a problem with that, but I'm asking you, why are you posting them? If you post your children that many times, that means you're trying to prove something to somebody.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to post your kids that many times. I can count on my fingers, Jay, how many times I've showed my children. I don't have to show people in this world or on social media what type of father or mother that I could be if I was a man. Come on now. Stop promoting this mess.
Hmm.
What you need to be promoting is I had this woman, I had this baby by her. Now it's time for me to get my behind up and marry her.
Yeah.
That's what you need to be promoting. Don't promote that, oh, my baby, oh, look at my little precious baby here. Oh, and this woman, what are you saying? What are you saying? Okay, yeah, you posting your baby, but for what? You
Yeah.
posting your kids, why? I don't have a problem, Jay, with a man posting, but stop promoting the singleness in it. You're not taking accountability and bringing this woman in to raise these children. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's
Yeah.
a
Like I said,
difference.
yeah, you're right about that. I mean, she's good to lay with, have sex with, but she's not good to have your ring, honor your last name. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's why I put it on the
Right.
men. We're supposed to be the leaders. Everybody want to keep blaming single mothers, but men create single mothers. When you abandon your progeny, you create single mothers. I don't even care if she's married, because if she could be married and still be a single mother, a single parent.
That's true.
So we
That's
we
true.
gotta do we gotta do a better job, point blank. Protect our seed and protect our legacy. I guarantee you, if men would actually go to their family graveyard and see their last name and see all the dead bodies, tombstone, it will make them wake up like I'm on here for a reason, a purpose. I'm not just here for just lollygag. I have a mission, I have an assignment, I have a vision that God has put me on here for, and I don't have too much time to be wasting lollygagging.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's what men have to realize. It's not a game out here.
No, it's not. You got too much. You got too many people that's killing our black. All these police. Some of these police officers. Look at our black men. even black women. They already look at us as criminals. They look at us like we don't know any better. We have to make a stand. We have to be the ones to change change the perception. You know, you got, I was just looking at that young lady that's now, and like you said, and I want to go back to that. I kind of jumped off, but yes, you can be a single parent with this person in your life. I'm so glad you said that, because you can, even though you have a person in your presence, does not make them a father or a mother. That goes both ways. Just because y'all live in the same house or even married does not make them a team. And you can be a single mother with that man living with you or that woman.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, you could be a single mother, married, unmarried, but my issue is men abandoning their prodigy, or getting upset when another man wants to be a stepfather and honor his child. That's the issue I have, more than anything else. Because I'm saying these parents, they didn't choose to be single mothers. A lot of these men, they just feel like I can come back and be a part-time dad whenever I want to come back and see my kid. That's
Mm-hmm.
cool. Or all I gotta do is just send her some money for child support. That's it. But that's not parenting. That's doing the bare minimum. Are you waking your kids up, going to school, going to practices, going to the hospital, going to concert, not concert, going to doctor's appointments? Are you feeding them? Not every now and then. Are you really feeding them, making sure their grades are on point, helping them out with homework? Are you fathering your kids? That's what I want to know.
Right. That's the truth. That's the truth. And then the narcissist, I'm going to tell you about a narcissist too. I like to insert this. When the new wears off, they are gone. Let me tell you, it's a certain point in a narcissist's life how if you just watch them with children or babies that just born, those narcissists when the new wear off when that baby get a certain age, you don't barely see those kids being I guess you could say how can I say that, delighted or exposed out here saying, oh, I'm a good father. Oh, my children is such, this and that. When the new wears off, they're gone. They, in the beginning, they look just like me. Oh, little King, Princeton, and little Queen. After the new wears off, where those men at? Just because he around here saying that baby look like him or her, don't mean a thing. Because once the new wears off, I'm like you. What are you doing to follow this child? Yeah, it's all giggly and googly when you playing with them and putting them in little matching shoes like you. What are you doing? And then Brenda said, a man doesn't have to look. This is way up there, Jay. But Brenda
Oh
said a
wow.
man doesn't. She said a man doesn't have to look far to learn how to protect. Oh, no, 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 no. She said, if you're not a friend, to watch a friend mistreat someone and not say anything is not a true friend at all. It had nothing to do with brother code. And that's the truth. So what she's saying, Jay, just because it's the brother code, a friend shouldn't sit there and watch another friend
Yeah.
mistreat.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And Foreign Love saying, what is the process to being a good man? And where are we going to receive the science of mating?
I mean,
So, mm-hmm.
no, go on.
No, Jay, go ahead. You answer that.
Okay, as far as a good man is, he handles responsibility. He covers his wife. He makes sure he's responsible, and he's able to protect, provide. He's able to listen. He's a man of character, honor, integrity. and he's a man that, willing to do whatever it takes to provide for his kids. He doesn't make any excuses. He's accountable. He has self discipline. He's not out there sleeping around with a lot of women, especially if he has a wife or he has a girlfriend at home. He honors her. He does the best job he can do. He does make mistakes, but he makes sure that he doesn't continue the pattern. He gonna make sure you got you know oil in your car. He gonna make sure your trash is taken out. He gonna make sure your grass is cut. He gonna make
Mm-hmm.
sure the home is maintained. He's gonna make sure outside of the world. He's gonna make sure he's aware of your surroundings, your front, your back, your side. He's gonna make sure that he's protecting you with all sides and all angles. You know.
And I agree. And when he asks what's the process, I take it as too, when you're looking at the process of being a man, a process of being a good man, let's see what he said, what steps.
The fruits. You gotta look at the fruits. What is he implanting? What is his fruits? He can talk a lot, but what does the action look like? Is he willing to sacrifice? Is he willing to lay down his life down for his woman and protect his kids, or he's just who would he follow? Follow, follow Jesus. Follow God. He has everything. He has all the answers.
And
What's going
number
on, Tawanda?
one, the first step is the Lord. That's the first step right there. The first step is the Lord. That's the first step, because that's your first teacher. That's your first educator right there. It starts with knowing the Lord, knowing Jesus, learning your word. That's the first step. I don't care what anybody say on that. That's your first step. And number two, loving yourself, knowing who you are. That's the second step. That's the process. Number one, Father, our creator. Number two, yourself. And the steps, the process follows 3, 4, 5. You determine 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because it starts
Yeah.
with the Lord and yourself. And how you move from there is the characteristics. What are you leaving behind? What are you leading to? That's the steps right there. It's according to what your mindset is. It's your mindset. Because
Mm-hmm.
you cannot properly be a man of God, or I don't know if it's for people that don't have that, the Lord in them on their mind. It has to start with the number one step. You got to know God first. But if you don't want to know God first, that's you. But I suggest if you wanna succeed, you will. But if you think you got your own power, you gotta learn you.
Humble
You
yourself.
gotta
Humble
know
yourself.
you.
You gotta humble yourself and speak to Him.
There you go.
He knows everything. Humble yourself. I think you know everything. That's the one thing God hates is having pride and ego, pride of life. You know, pride of
Let me
life is
tell
one.
you, it's and it bothers me, Jay. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but
And that's the
that right
that's the
there,
flesh too.
that bothers me too. I don't like the fact. That's why I posted this morning, or this afternoon. Sometimes I said, stop playing hard. Stop playing hard. Kick that pride aside, because you're going to fool around and lose something that either you never had, or lose something that you had and then you're mad because somebody else got it. Stop playing hard. Learn the steps by number one, like I told, and then Foreign Love said, yep, two, not at yourself. Yes. Know God first. And he said, what would he read? The Bible.
Hmm. Yeah, the
He'll
Bible, but
follow the Lord and read that Bible. I'm telling you, Jay, I'm telling you, I know this firsthand. I know this firsthand. God is showing me right now. I was lost. I didn't know where to start. And the Lord took me back. And he said, I'm taking you back to the beginning. I'm going to take you back to the beginning, Keisha, so that you can learn. But you got to start somewhere. I don't care if you start in the middle. At least you make that first step. I'm telling you, Jay. I had to get back. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't want to hear this, but you got to get back into the word. If you don't know his word, at least some of it, you don't. How you leading? Where you leading? Who you leading? And why you leading them? Where you leading them to?
Yeah,
Because I
visual
know,
prayer
yeah,
with no vision.
that's why I'm right. No vision. That's why I'm single right now. Because men run from women who has that mindset of Christianity or biblical spirituality and accountability. When that's instilled in her, she has so much authority that he feels intimidated. And some men don't like that. And nevertheless, even telling him the steps to take to become a better man, he brushes her off. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't no man.
Nah, but a real man, he gonna listen to you. He gonna write what you write down, and he gonna become better. He gonna use it as criticism and try to get better and try to correct it. He's not gonna use that as an attack because y'all supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
one. He gonna make sure that he understands you and fully capable of following the game plan because he has to be prideful or he has to be humble himself, knowing that he doesn't know everything. He needs to ask help. He needs to direction. Humble himself and ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
Let all that pride and ego go. Go somewhere else. What's going
Let
on,
it
Jessica?
go.
How you doing? How you doing, Jessica?
Let it go.
Yeah.
And Foreign said, and would you be willing read either? So he was saying he loved the Bible, but what about Quran and Torah? Now, Quran and Torah, is that what is Quran and Torah? Enlighten me on that, Foreign. Because have you ever heard of Quran and Torah, Jay?
I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't follow that type of religion or practices. Not to knock me by it, but that's just not what I follow.
So Torah and Quran is Muslims believe it was
Yeah,
a holy
Muslim.
book
Yeah.
of Islam given by God to Moses. The Hebrew word for this scripture, the Torah, also known as the five books of Moses or Pentateuch, means instructions. That is why Torah does not refer to in the entire Tanakh or Old Testament. So, you know, we're not saying not to read it. That's like you said, Jay. That's their religious preference.
Yeah, they your
I'm
preference.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not big on religion, but I am spiritual.
Yeah.
That I am. I don't have a title. I'm a Christian and I believe in God. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said Quran is the Muslim book. Okay. So I'm not knocking whoever, and he said Torah is Jewish. Okay. And let's see. Before we go, we trying to get everybody's information, comments. And Brittany said, I haven't never had a man run from me, and I'm very religious and love the Lord. Me and actually like loud that I disagree. Well, Brittany, let me tell you, I have had men to run from me. I'm not religious. I am spiritual, and some men do feel that that I can be too spiritual because I've had that man, the very man that violated me. Every time I talk about the word with him, I don't even want to talk about him. Let's talk about someone else. I've had a man run from me because he felt like I was talking about the Lord too much. And everything that I stated to him needed to be applied by the word. And they ran. I mean, every man may not do that with certain women, but I've had men to say, you too spiritual. I'm not on that level right now. They don't be on, if they're not on that same level as you, they don't want to deal with you. Because sometimes they may not even understand and they feel less of a man for not understanding. So
Yeah.
maybe that's one reason why he run. He may feel like I know too much. And
Yeah.
he
You got.
feel less of a man. I can't lead her. She'll be leading me. She'll be controlling me. Oh, and Jessica said, I'm doing well. Just listen. This is really good.
Thank you for watching, tuning in.
Yes. Men and women do not know God, don't have a relationship with God, neither do they want one. Your generation, especially you and JC generation, having a relationship with God is considered an old fast-being. I tell you one thing, they better get out that mindset. I don't care I don't know what generation or what generation they feel that shouldn't and shouldn't, but they better get into it. Because I'm telling you right now, if they don't, they're gonna reap it. And they not gonna reap a good they're not gonna see a lot of goodness. They may see it, but they're not gonna get the full extent
Yeah.
of having that relationship with him.
Yeah.
And uh I have a relationship with God. I don't like using the word spiritual too much because non-believers say that. Well, Yoshana, like I said, it's all about mindset. I'm not, I have a relationship with God, and I speak from the spiritual realm of things. Is what I'm saying. I want to be clear because I don't want people thinking that I'm a non-believer because I am very much of a big, strong believer of God. I believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins. So if that clears it up, I'm a believer.
Amen.
Um, Now, what I mean religious, it's in the Bible. It's nothing about being a Baptist Christian. It's about having the relationship with God. And that's what I mean, having that spiritual realm. Oh, spiritual realm. You're in the spiritual realm. It says it. Religion
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
designated to tie you back to the Creator. Some men are intimidated by a woman of God. Yep, they are.
Yeah. They are.
Hmm. And then Foreign said, a good man or woman lives by a righteous religion. Just know that me and Jay, and I can't speak for Jay, but I'm just saying I'm sure he probably will agree. I'm hoping, but we don't knock against anybody's comments and how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
This is a non-judgment zone for us, and you're entitled to feel how you feel. Everybody has their right to speak. Everybody has their right to voice what they would like to voice. No one is trying to turn you into whatever that, Bible or book. We just speaking what I know from the Holy Spirit is speaking into me. So, but Jay, I'm gonna let you go ahead because I'll talk all night. That's what I do.
No, no, you're right about that. Like I said, everybody can have their own preference, what their beliefs are, what the standards are. But like I said, let's go back to the topic as far as protecting women. I mean, I don't care what your
Mm-hmm.
nationality is. We need to protect our women a lot better. Be aware and
Yes.
quit trying to sweep things underneath the rug and quit thinking, raping a woman is pleasurable or it's a joke. We need to be a
Right.
you know, non non helpful, non negotiable type of deal, and we have to protect our black women at any means cost, any means necessary. So
Yes.
I do got a question for you, as far as you see a couple out there in the street, they arguing, you know. Should you jump in, or should you just allow them to talk and argue and fuss and fight if you're out in public?
I do want to hear those answers because remember I told you that I
Yeah.
would call the police. I would not. I personally wouldn't jump in it because you don't know what type of weapon or what that person would do. But I am going to call the police and the authorities and say, "Hey, I suggest I see a suspicious activities going on. If you can please come check it out because you don't know who life you're gonna save." But I'm just interested in what others will say. Will they intervene? And how they are intervene if Foreign Love said he'll jump in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Yashana said we have become I am minding my yep, and that's true, Yashana. She said we have become I am minding my business generation. We have to do better. We do. That's
Yeah.
another thing that gets on my nerve. Oh, I'm just minding my own business, baby. So you sitting there watching somebody get, or say, what if that very person you see that next day on the news was pronounced dead in the car, and just a simple phone call to 911 could have changed that, because you don't know if that person have children, you don't know if that person, their family, their loved ones, we got to get out that mindset. And
Yeah, yeah.
Foreign
Just
Love
like
said,
in a
that's my
situation.
sister or brother.
Yeah. Just like a situation. I don't know you've seen the movie, "The Hate You Give." You
Mm-hmm.
see the girl in the car, and then the guy gets pulled over by the cop, and she don't really know if
Mm-hmm.
she can tell somebody because her best friend got shot and killed. Like, should she tell somebody or should she keep it to herself? You know. So if y'all haven't watched that movie, I need to go out there and watch it. There's some real life events going on in that movie. The Hate You Give. I was mind blown when I was watching it. Like, it's something that was real, realistic, and everybody need to watch that.
Where is it on? Is it on Netflix or?
I think it's on Netflix, or it might be on the
Okay.
Pirate Group. The Hate You Give. Yeah, that was a real accurate movie, and everybody should go out there and watch it.
And I think people should, and I can't remember the movie right now, even if I have to post it. It's on Netflix too. Um, in regards to this woman getting had to change her identity just to get away from this abusive man. You never know what someone's going through. And Foreign Love, I agree. We all are brothers and sisters in Christ. We are all supposed to stick together no matter who you are. Um, don't sit there and watch someone damage another person. Because what if you were in that situation? When you want someone to call to help you, you have to put yourself in that.
Yeah, you're right about that. You got to put yourself in a situation, and that's one thing that a lot of guys we don't have the empathy towards another sister. Like we would if that was our sister, our mother, our grandmother. So you got to do a better job.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I just feel
But
like
I
you're just
guess,
as guilty. You're just as guilty if
mm-hmm,
you're just seeing stuff go by. You're not checking nobody. You're just as guilty as the person committing the incident.
there you go. I've done it. I've done a lot when I had a guy say, "Oh, I'm going to call this man up and ask about," and this may not be pertaining to this, but just saying you hold other people accountable. This person say, "Oh, I'm going to call this person and ask why this person did this and that when they were together." You shouldn't be calling somebody's ex. You shouldn't be calling and trying to stir up the pot because you don't know what you can cause doing that. Um, that part right there can cause a lot of conflict and confusion. And I told this person, don't do that. Why would you? And then I start asking discovery questions. I start questioning what's the point of doing that? What you getting out of it? We have to ask the questions to people, and questions prompt people to think, y'all. We don't a lot of people don't like questions, and they don't like questions because it prompts them to think. That's why. Because like me, I don't like you asking. Now, I don't mind you asking me questions, but when you asking questions to intimidate me or you doing it to be just manipulative, now that's when I don't like it. But asking questions for discovery is your best bet. I'm telling you. Andrea said a lot of young and old black men don't believe in God. They feel it's the white man religion. Some folks. Oh, I can't stand when they say that. Ooh, that gets under my skin when they say that. What they mean, white man? Some folks believe was created to control and divide, especially the black folks. So when it comes to relationships, those folks abide by what they picked up on the streets or in a dysfunctional family. Yes, and this is why I say that this is why it's a lot of people that's walking around on this earth right now are dysfunctional because they've seen this mess in the streets or in the home. And this is what people don't understand. That dysfunction right there creates predators, manipulators, and rapists.
Willie said we got to do better as a race of people, men and women. Yeah, I agree with that. What's going on, Erica? What's going on, Smiley? But yeah, you're right. You're right about that. We got to do better job holding each other accountable because it's not just on the women; it's on men too. The only
Mm-hmm.
thing about men is that a lot of guys we end up glorifying when we've been abused and we've been touched. You know, we kind of glorify type of behavior instead of just
Mm-hmm.
being taken real serious. You know.
And we wondering why we sitting here, people. I didn't even. I think I deleted my. No, I hid my live about that R. Kelly stuff. Because I got tired of the R. Kelly topic. Um, and it was to the point where it was it was it was I don't know, I just felt like with this R. Kelly stuff, it should bring awareness to people and see what that man dealt with back in his day, that man, and how abuse can affect, and the only good thing about it I see is just bringing awareness to people that that type of behavior can create beasts. And I'm talking about evilness. I'm talking about deep embedded pain, hurt. And this is the reason why we should be more so open and communicating with people so that they can be able to talk about this and get the help that they need. And don't be afraid to tell these people they need help. Go out there. If you know people they can go to, stop being such, like she said, a mind your type, mind my own business type of mentality. If you know somebody, that's just like JC. If JC told me, Keisha, I'm an advocate for, men, and I help men get back on, if I know that this is JC that Jay helping me, guess what? I'm gonna say, you know what, Jay? I got a dude that I want to bring to you because I think you can help him. And I think that's when pride come into when people do that too. If you know people this person can reach out to, do it. Help them. You know these people need help. Help them. God can be appointing you and anointing you to help this person.
Yeah. They're not all superheroes, wear masks or wear capes. You can just help somebody. You can change a difference. You can need be one or two people that can change, 10, 12, 15, 20 people's lives. Just helping those two or three around your
Mm-hmm.
neighborhood.
Yes. Okay, well, I think that's all we have for tonight. Is you have anything, Jay, that you wanted to?
Oh no, I'm good. I mean, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody, like I said, I want you to shout out your Instagram, tell everybody about yourself, how to get in contact with you, and all that good stuff.
Okay. You all can contact me. My page, my Facebook page is Keisha, Keisha Wade. And you can contact me at open, and I'll put it in the comments here, Open Arms Connection. Open Arms Connection is my, oh, I can't even think, y'all. I'm so tired. Instagram. And Open Arms Connection at yahoo.com is my email address if you want to contact me for any services or a venting session or whatever you want to talk about. I am here. And if not, you can always ask Jay. He has my information. He can reach out to me for you. Or if you want to inbox me on Facebook, I'm Keisha Wade. And thank you so much for joining us. We really, truly love you all. And this is what we do. We want to help. We want to serve.
Yeah, like I said, I want to appreciate, thank Keisha for joining me tonight. Thank everybody for watching, tuning in. Check her out and check out my channel as well. Feel free to add me, JC Everyday Thoughts. Just trying to, promote positivity, good lights, and shed some lights and conversations and speeches that don't be talked about, don't be heard. Especially from a man's point of view. So a lot of times, as men, we see a lot of stuff, but we don't have the kind of words to articulate it. That's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to push positive movement, positive conversation going, and just trying to make a better place when I leave it. That's my goal. That's my mission statement. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all find me on YouTube or Facebook. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Peace.
Bye, y'all.